How many people remember this cute little guy? Probably not a lot. He was just a kind of a filler common in Generation Force. His effect is you can attribute this card to target one level 4 machine type monster in your graveyard, special summon it from the graveyard, but its effects are negated. I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's just kind of useless. Anyway, I'm showing you this because there is a new, basically there is an entire archetype coming out based around Geargia, and it is called the Geargia archetype. Now, the first card we have for it is Geargia NK2, which is when this card is normal or flip summoned, special summon one Geargia monster from your hand or graveyard in face-up defense position. That's also not very useful, but so far I'm just showing you the ones that have been revealed for this archetype, and I could see this being used, especially if they get like a card like Wind Up Factory or some other TCG exclusives, which, knowing Konami, it is very possible that they will. This archetype comes out in Return of the Duelist, and it interests me greatly, and I'm going to start and showing you why. Geargia Armor. This is one of the big players from this deck. Flip, add one Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, except Geargia Armor. Once per turn, you can change this card to face defense position. Reusable Hand Searcher. You can only use it once per turn. I doubt you'll find yourself reusing it more than once, because the next card shows you why this is so good. Geargia XL. This is the other major player in the archetype. If you control a Geargia monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Geargia monster from your graveyard to your hand, except Geargia XL. So, this is the major play. Flip Geargia Armor, add XL to your hand, summon XL, special summon XL, and go into a rank 4 Ixies. Next card, Geargia Arsenal. I don't like this one quite as much. This card gains 200 attack for each Geargia monster you control. You can tribute this card, special summon one Geargia monster from your deck in face-up defense position except Geargia Arsenal. You get this on the field, you can tribute it and special summon any Geargia monster you want from your deck. And finally, we get to their boss monster and the Ixies, Geargia X. 2 level 4 machine type. All of these cards are machine type. Once per turn, you can detach one Ixies material from this card. Add 1 level 4 or lower machine type monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. When this card leaves the field, you can special summon 1 level 3 or lower Geargia monster from your graveyard. That's really good. Its effect is a plus, and when it's destroyed, it's a plus. And why this archetype interests me so much is I don't really see this unless it gets a lot of exclusives or more support released, which somehow I doubt it'll get too big, but I see this as an engine for either Synchro or Ixies. If you notice, there are no tuners in the archetype, but this archetype generates advantage very well for non-tuners, so you could put some tuners in. You could basically use this engine as a Synchro engine or an Ixies engine for pretty much anything, any deck that you want. My first thought with this archetype was scraps, because Tengu's gone, scraps aren't very good, but you can use the SL, like flip a Gaia Armor, add a cell to your hand, summon a cell, normal summon Scrap Beast, sync the armor and the beast into it for dragon, use a cell's effect. When you Scrap Dragon to blow up a cell and something on your opponent's side, use a cell's effect, search out another thing. It's like, okay, this archetype just generates advantage like crazy, and once these aren't even on Dueling Network yet, but as soon as they are, I'm going to be testing these out in all kinds of things because I really like them. So you can tell me your thoughts on the archetype below, and peace out, YouTube.